Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to another series of Starcraft English commentary. Let's move on to the next part in the KCM journey. This is gotta be set number 5. And we have had 4 games so far. Actually, the scoreboard at the bottom side is actually not that correct. We have Light, Best, and Mini, and also Hero have all been eliminated. Let me just quickly double check and correct this scorecard for you. So Jaedong is looking very strong. Jaedong is looking very strong, and that is interesting because actually, if you look at the previous season performances, he is also one of the best performers. I'll just quickly show you what that looks like. Hold on. No, not this one. This one. He was the best performer in last season of KCM with 80% win rate, 12 wins and 3 losses, and Jaedong is very consistent. So, all hopes and dreams for him in season 20 of ASL. But this season he has kind of been lackluster in his performances. Anyways, we're gonna be having Barracks now. Of course, Barracks was supposed to be kind of like a neo Royal Rotor, right? Because he's like an up and coming young handsome player, but his performances was cut short by Snow, who's just so good. But against Zerg, he's still very strong. Remember, he's the guy who dethroned Soki with a very nice 1-0 victory in his group stages of a round of 16. So he's a very good TVZ player. And we are seeing something interesting here right off the bat. This is going to be played on the map. What is this? Is this Knockout? This is Polestar, excuse me, Polestar. And both the players are located very, very closely to each other, but we're going to be having a forward Barracks from Barracks and a 12 hatchery from Jaedong. So Jaedong is going to be in some serious trouble. But now the question is, what about the engagements, right? If you look at this pathing to go into Jaedong base, you will have this high ground advantage and you're going to go to the low ground. So drones will be looking forward to kind of go and hide and come from the backside to try to attack and kill off any kind of separated marine. So we shall see. The first marine, the second marine are all so fast. The drone will start to move. Now the question is, how does this work? How many drones you need to actually stop this marine rush? I think 2 marine on an SCV, you need something like 4 drones, right? I always wonder, is it suitable for the Terran player to send more SCVs? Because in this early stage of the game, SCVs are very strong, right, with a 60 HP. So why don't you send like 2 more SCVs? Because if you lose 2 SCV from your mining area, it doesn't hurt you as much as the Zerg player losing 2 drones from the mining area, right? In the early stage. Anyways, the drones are gonna try to catch the marines coming from the backside. Where are the Zerglings? Okay, the marine escaped towards the left flank. This is interesting on this map. Poster, you can come around like this and come down south. Anyways, can the bunker complete? The bunker could be completed. Need to finish soon because the Zerlings are here. They're gonna surround, and looks like there's not enough. And they get inside. How many marines got inside? I think only 2 got inside. The last marine we need to pull back. We still have 2 more marines, and this marine get inside as well. So we have 3 marines now, full, almost like a full bunker. And 1 SCV to repair. The second bunker would not be, actually, he can actually build the second bunker. He's trying very hard to stop it, and he is not repairing. I guess he's gonna repair now. He comes in and out. I think the bunker will finish, will fall. The Marines are trying very hard, but I think Jaedong has stopped it. Jaedong has stopped the rush. So as you can see, it's very, very tricky to play this kind of build. And the Zerg play has gone so good. So good at denying this early marine aggression. It's that maybe that is the reason why we see sometimes that the Terran play just forget about it. He goes for forward supply depot and barracks, and completely he switched directly into an early command center as soon as he sees that the Zerg player has gone for 12 hatchery. It's almost a given. So basically, maybe in 2025, it's very, very difficult to pull up this kind of build. So if you want to punish a 12 hatchery, you might have to just go for proxy barracks. Is that even right? I don't know. If you're a Zerg player, let me know. Is it still feasible to go for this kind of forward supply depot barracks aggression against a 12 hatchery build, against all of those incredible drone micros that we've seen? But anyways, this game is not yet over by any stretch of imagination, because now Jaedong will be very far from Mutas, and Barracks will be at assembling a sizable group of Marines. And the question is, will it hit before medics? It's entirely possible, but I think it's very risky because Jaedong could be going for Zerling with speed. He could, try to amass some Zerlings and hide them around on the map. But I think from the look of it, it's very, very standard. And this, where's the drone going? He's trying to put on the Spire. He should have put it on the Spire right away. Okay, where's the Spire? He's not putting on the Spire. Okay, there's the Spire. He's putting the Spire in the wrong location. He just wants to hide it from the scouting SCV, but the Marines are already halfway across the map. We have some Zerlies coming through, but they all died. Interesting, there's going to be a bunker. Not a bunker, excuse me, a sunken. We have how many Marines? They start to attack now. Maybe you just go for the Zerling, and that's it. Back up, start to attack against the sunken SCV. We need to block the path. He will block it. He's trying to pull back. He gets a few drones sniped. Not bad. The Zerlings wouldn't reach the Marines. Now the drones are trying very hard to snipe the Marines, but all of the drones are falling. All of the drones are falling. My barracks is not microing his Marine. Okay, now he's gonna micro, but okay, I guess who wins? I think barracks wins by a landslide. 40 supply for barracks and 21 for Jaedong. So those Marines will go back and they will be allowed to heal themselves. And the question is, what about the mutualist harassment? Because if you look at the spawning locations, it's not easy for Jaedong to come out and attack the main base without, having to go to the expansion. He has to go to the expansions first, right? So that's what it is. But anyways, the spy is not even allowed to complete. So maybe the early Marine aggression from barracks paid off, and it severely slowed down the economy and the tech progression of Jaedong so much that now he just barely could not hold on. We have the Overlord just completely on top of the sunken to stop the targeting fire. That's going to be the inhibition chamber. Marine's going to try to dive through. He's going to try to go for some Zerlings first, and then he will start to attack. I need to find the weak sunken. He's found it. He takes it out. Nicely done. How many Marines remained? 3 Marines remaining, and the medics need to heal fast. He's got another Marine snipe here, and the Marines are trying very hard to get the last of the sunken, but no. At the last minute, all of these units will be destroyed, and the mutuals will start to head directly towards barracks side. 37 supply for Jaedong, 43 for barracks. And I think there's enough turrets. I mean, there are 4 here. There need to be 4, 2 more on the choke and 2 or 1 more in the main. But barracks will have some time to think about it. And he's going to start to some Marines back. As you can see, he doesn't have medic to go with this group. But the turrets at his main base are set up now. We still remember that crazy game between Light and Jaedong just 2 games ago, where we thought that 2 base Zerg could not defeat 2 base Terran, but Jaedong just does the impossible. So we shall see. Looks like there are about 6 mutas right now. Is it 6? No, 8. 8 mutas is gonna start to one-shot the turrets at the expansion very, very quickly. An SCV getting lost in the wrong timing. 1 shot or 2 shot. It's going to be 2 shotting the S. No, it's going to be actually 3 shots on the turret. Yeah, you can never 1-shot a turret. I mean, only carriers can do that, right? Mutualist can only 2-shot something. That is a misclick there, not hitting any target from Jaedong, and he's got 2 purple mutas, as you can see in the pack. One of the mutas is very, very damaged, but I think Jaedong's going to rotate out the weak one. He's patiently waiting for it. And I think we have more mutas moving to the bottom side. It's going to be a nice scan to see where the mutas are. I think Jaedong is maybe pushing his luck too much here. He might lose that purple one. Behind this, we are still seeing just 3 hatcheries. We do have 1 drone trying to move towards the bottom right to plan something out. So that's going to be great here. 2 more mutas for a total of 10. Looks like Jaedong has rotated his weak mutas out. Barracks need to not make the mistake that Light has made, which is clumsy micro of the Marines and medic, and losing them just to, getting picked off by mutas. Anyways, Barracks gonna come across the map now, and there are only 6 mutas. Is that real? I think there are more. But anyways, Jaedong is gonna put down the hatchery at the bottom right. Take a look at that. As the game progresses, this hatchery has been planted down. In the middle map, let's just quickly check if there's any kind of upgrades we see from both of these players. I think the Marines should have +1 soon. There's gonna be mutualists trying to go in. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's gonna be a slight base rate. Don't have +1 yet. The mutualists are trying to return. There's some overlord that are spotting the movement of these troops. And there are going to be 2 additional creep colony coming up. But I think this group of medic Marines might just die in the middle of the map here, because there are 2 groups of mutas. Nice stim, preemptive stim there. But the mutualists were able to take out 2 Marines in that group. And what is going to be Hydrogen? This is a big group of Marines. And do we have supply block by Jaedong? No, Jaedong is almost supply block, but not yet fully supply block. Nice stim once again. Good mutual attack. He need to come in. One of the first group is actually not synchronizing with the second, but now all of the three groups are moving up together, and Marines are gonna be just completely decimated here. But they were able to take out one or two mutuals, so that's not bad. Supply-wise, even supply between these two players. Marines are trying to go for some stimming, but those Zerglings are so threatening. We have 5 Marines just running around. There's a medic. A single merit to support, but they will all die. Nicely done by Jaedong. Jaedong is on his path to get his 3rd consecutive victory here, right in the beginning of the season. Whereas in the previous season, he was the best performer. Let's see if he's gonna be doing the same performance this year. Jaedong coming forward with a lot of Zerglings. I think he should not be busting the front at any chances here. He need to wait to get lurkers and maybe to tech up. He can try to tech up like in the first game against Light, where he takes up to Hive with just 2 gas. But this time around, he's got his 3 geysers, so it's working fine. What is it called? Assimilator, right? No, that's for Protoss geyser. Extractor, that's right. Extractor, okay. If you think about it, which of the word is the best for which race? Refinery has to be for Terran, because I don't believe animals refine anything. But between an extractor and an assimilator, what is better for Protoss or Zerg? I feel like Zerg don't extract. They're not high intelligence animals. How can you extract anything as a Zerg player? Scavenger is much better. A gas scavenger. Or maybe Harvester. But Harvester also sounds a little bit human-like. I don't know. What is the better term instead of extractor, man? Okay, Jaedong has amassed a lot of Zerglings across the map. He's hiding in various locations, looking for some backstabbing opportunities. His 3 bases are looking very strong. Drones are going to get saturated towards the bottom right. I think we should have Queen's Nest coming up very soon. Marines Medic have +1 weapons now, but the army control of Barracks leaves something to be desired. He's penetrating the first high ground. He gains the middle area now, and it's going to be a small engagement. It looks like, yeah, as you can see, the mutuals are just taunting with these Medic Marines and trying to pull them back. They might decide to come in the main. No, that's going to be a little bit of too much of a commitment. Anyways, these Zerglings with speed are very, very dangerous. You know, so I think Barracks need to be super careful here. Need to possibly also wait for science vessels. But, okay, that's going to be the first 2 lurkers of the game. And that can now have been completed. So we're going to be having interconnection. There's going to be a metro line between the District 430 and District 7. By the way, where I live in Vietnam is District 7, guys. Visit it. It's a nice area. 3 tanks, 1 science vessels, and 2 full control group of medic marines. But I think Jaedong is well posed to defend against any kind of aggression. He's coming across on the map. He will try to slow down the medic marines first with just lurkers alone because he doesn't have defilers yet. But he's got to be careful. These lurkers need to split themselves up, and indeed they split themselves up into 2 groups. And so we'll come down here, but Marines are pushing very fast. The science vessels going forward. That's a lot of lurkers, though. I think easily 8 or 9 lurkers. They are grouped up in a good concave. So Jaedong has successfully halted the advancement of the Terran player. Wow, 1 science vessel is about to get sniped. There were Scourges were not able to finish up the job in the last bit. These 5 or 6 lurkers will get pushed back. We have Defiler out now. Tang need to siege now. He will siege and he has scanned. He will get the first pair of lurker. There are still 4 more lurkers. There are some guardians. Suddenly more from the backside. Scourge is trying to snipe the science vessels, which is a good idea. But the tanks are starting to shout. The tanks will unsiege. Marines are gonna try to snipe the guardians. 1 nice irradiated guardian is gonna getting out. 2 guardians get out now. Just 2 more guardians remain. The tanks are sieging, and I think Barracks need to finish the game right now. 2 guardians on the left side are buying so much time and sniping Marines very quickly. Marines need to fall back. Do we have reinforcement from the backside? We don't see it. We don't see any reinforcement at the last minute. There's gonna be the Dark Swarm. The time we need to unsiege. The science vessels had been sniped, so it's going to be impossible. Marines, I think, need to plow forward to actually snipe the guardians. He's got enough Marines to snipe the guardian, but he's not doing it. He loses 1 more tank, and at this rate, this game is going to be won by Jaedong once again with 3 kills in his belt. That is a nice, phenomenal accomplishment by Jaedong, I have to say. So with that in mind, let's maybe just take a quick pause to thank some of my fans who have supported me in the last 30 days. You can see their names here. It's the top side of the map, and it's gonna quickly show you their photos. Mr. Chen from Taiwan, Ni Hao Ma. How is it going, Mr. Bobby Fisher? What's up? Checkmate. Juri Sensei, I will see you on Sunday. Mr. McDonald, you're leaving way too many comments. Stop it. No, I'm just kidding. Peter from Poland, what is going on? Sullivan from Poland, thank you very much for support in the last 3 days and welcome to the YouTube subscription program. Property management, have you become richer and richer in the last 3 years or 2 years? Please let me know in the comments. And Mr. Sea Goblin, or I just call him Seaweed from now. It's a little bit easier to say. Okay, rates, interesting. Anyways, let me remind you that all of these videos have just one ad in the beginning of the set for KCM and ASL. This is what I intend to do in the future. So that is going to be a way to keep you entertained the entire game. So if you enjoy this experience, feel free to buy me coffee. The link to that is going to be in the video description. Okay, nice attack. Where are the overlords? Keep in mind that there are no hydras. They've all been converted into lurkers. So this is why these surprise raids are able to do so much attack. And this is a nice cute trick by Barracks. But that can only do so much because Defiler comes out and these tanks will get surrounded from both sides. One tank down. And a guardian, excuse me, a lurker is there to support. Okay, look at this, man. Scourge is sniping overlords and Defiler. I think the moment you reveal your raids and you snipe a few guardians, it is the time to leave. You don't want to stay there anymore, I think. Anyways, I think, hold on. Let me just move this stuff around a little bit. I have to move it a little bit around. Hold on, what the hell? Oh, I am doing something in the background. Please don't mind me. Alright, I will need to move this box because it's not in the right location. Oh, nope. Is it in the correct location now? Sorry for doing this in the live stream. It's very, very unprofessional, but we just have to do it. Okay, there's gonna be some small attack there by the Firebats. Looking very interesting so far. Wait, how the hell does this thing work? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay, maybe that's what it is. I hope that works now. And yeah, so by the way, who are you cheering for the ASL final? I think there's a lot of Soma fan, right? I think Mr. McDonald, you are Soma fan. I always hope that we have a Protoss winner just because it takes such a long time for Protoss winner worthy of the victory to emerge. Anyways, great Plague, amazing Plague work from the Tyrant, and he's able to push these forces back. Barracks still ahead by about 14 supply, but 4 bases for Jaedong with 4 gas. So things are looking downhill from here for Jaedong, meaning is you just have an easy ending to this game. I mean, during this time, if Terran wants to win, he needs to be having 2 more command centers and control the middle map with something, or maybe have a tech switch imminent already, but it's not coming. But this drop might change something because Scourges are not in the right place to spot. Slow reaction from Jaedong. There is a scan. Scourges that start to move across the map. There's a lot of units moving through to the Nidus Canal where the Marines landing. Where the Scourges? He's not even landing his Scourge, and finally now he will land his Scourge. But there's a front to attack as well. This double attack, the 2-prong attack might be able to do something here. Marines are killing the units inside of the 3rd base, the 4th base. Out on the low ground, looks like Barracks is not engaging with the rest of his forces. Maybe he's going to be waiting for what now? One single Zerling with 4 kills, just exterminating the entire SCV line. And we have a second drop. I think we might have a second drop. Oh my god, Barracks not paying attention. He finally has spotted the situation, and he's gonna send the rest of his forces back. We still have 2 or 3 Zerlings sniping on the rest of the forces. Triple dropship, quad triple dropship. Keep in mind that all of the Scourges have died. So this attack might do something. You need to actually snipe the Nidus Canal. He's gonna try very, very hard here. There's no doesn't have to have a scan because the Science Vessel is there. And a few units gonna get destroyed, which is great. But Zerling counterattack from Jaedong, 1,000 minerals. Jaedong need to spend his minerals a little bit more. He completely clears off the drop, and he might assault against Barracks 11 o'clock position as well. That is going to be very, very sad. I think, yeah, so I guess Jaedong is clear to win this game. It's going to be very, very difficult for Barracks to do anything at all. He needed to do some crazy, crazy drop strategy, but it's not coming. He's still coming around, and there's going to be another drop on this other side of the map. Jaedong has kind of let his foot off the gas here a little bit. Another command center is going to float towards the 12 o'clock position. Oh, look at this. No reaction from Jaedong. What is he doing with his army? We finally see them come out, and there's going to be a nice scan. That lurker is being sniped. The Defiler not doing anything at all. But I guess now he's going to finally come out and clear out his mineral line. But there might be a few more dropped. I think at this point, Jaedong need to calm the freak down and start to re-establish the perimeter. Start to make some scourges. You know, open his eyes wide. Looks like Sciences is going hunting for that Defiler, but not able to find it. There's going to be another quadruple drop, and drones are forced to go off the line. Not enough scourges once again. Not enough scourges. Scourges are here though. He will get how many dropship? He doesn't even get any. He got 0 dropship. He just hit, you know, the wrong units with the scourges, and now there's going to be the first group coming out here. This is just to buy a bit of time. I don't think this doesn't even reach the drone line. So it is going to be the end of this attack. But Barracks finally has landed something at the 12 o'clock position. But look at the supply differential. How the hell did Jaedong have a 40 supply lead compared to Barracks? Even though he's, you know, suffering massive attacks by air and ground. Looks like the Defiler comes to another eraser trick as the dropship goes through. This might change the tide of the battle here. Marines are dropping, but look at those beefy ultras finally arriving. Of course, the Science is trying its best here to actually irradiate as many units. And what are the Scourges doing? Finally clears one of the Science but GG from Barracks. Nicely done from Jaedong. Let's move on to the 6th set. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye-bye.